Hi everyone. So today I am bringing you a 100% Dollar Tree Farmhouse K-Cup holder. I really hope you enjoy. Let's go through the list of supplies that you will need and then we will jump into the tutorial. Okay, so for this K-Cup holder I used 24 of the mini cups. 20 come in a package, so you will need a second package and you'll be using 4 out of the second package. I purchased one black 10.5-inch round plate as well as the matching black bowl. You will need a metal hanger in black, one large wire basket, one package of the jute twine, one package of the plastic fork and spoon serving set, and you will need your hot glue gun, your hot glue sticks, and your E6000 glue. Okay, so to begin our Dollar Tree K-Cup holder, we are going to take our bowl. I just took my E6000 glue and applied it all along the rim of the bowl. And then we are going to turn it over and center it as best we can onto our plate. Now I'm just going to hold this firmly down, apply a weight to it, and then if there's any excess around the edge of the bowl, I just take a wipe and then just clean that up to have a nicer finish. Okay, so moving on, I am going to take my wire basket and my metal hanging plant bracket, and I am going to use my hot glue and my E6000 glue. And what you're going to do is you're going to apply the glue to the back of the bracket, and what I normally do is I just apply some dabs with the hot glue and then I stick this to the wire basket. Once this has adhered to the basket and it's on there pretty securely, then I will tip the basket so that I can then apply some E6000 glue to the back of that bracket, because I want to make sure that it does not come off. And when you are putting your bracket on, you want your thinner part to the bottom, so that rounded part at the bottom, and then the flat part, or the top of the bracket, you want it at the top. So this way it gives the look of a handle to our coffee cup. Okay, so now our metal bracket is glued on to our wire basket, and the next thing we're going to do is I purchased this mirror from the Dollar Tree. I went ahead and I removed the black felt tabs that were on the back of the mirror. I'm just going to apply some E6000 glue and then place that on the inside of the wire basket. Okay, so at this point you are going to be making a few jute twine braided ropes. As you can see in the picture, I made one large rope for the top, one medium rope for the middle, and one smaller rope for the bottom of the wire basket. I then made two separate mini ropes that will go on the inside of the wire planter, the metal bracket, and that'll be just to cover up the glue. Or if you would like, which I actually ended up doing, I just made one large braided jute twine rope and I folded that in half and then glued it together, and this way I could stretch the rope out and it just was easier to work with. So that's another option as well. So if you're not familiar with the jute twine braided rope, all I do is I take the Dollar Tree jute twine, I cut 3 equal lengths of whatever size I'm going to be making, then I tie a knot at the top of the 3 lengths, I braid the rope, and then I tie a knot at the bottom. So that is all you need to do for the top, the middle, the bottom of the basket, and then again either making 2 mini braided ropes or one large one and then folding that in half for the inside of the metal hanger. It's that simple. Okay, so once you have made your ropes, then we are going to attach them to the wire basket. Now I already went ahead and attached the top and the bottom jute twine braided rope, and now I'm just going to show you with the middle one how I did that. You do the three the exact same way. Now excuse me, I just covered up that mirror inside because it's not a very flattering angle to be filming from, so I just went ahead and covered that in case you're wondering what that is. The mirror is underneath. Okay, so what I did was I took my jute twine rope. Now I have already glued it to the inside. What I did was I took the knot and I hooked it inside and glued it to the wire basket and the metal hanger. Then I wrapped it around the outside of the metal hanger, and that's just going to be an extra support to keep the metal hanger that I glued in place. So I'm going to go over top of that, and then I'm going to loop it inside of the wire basket and just weave that through. Like that. So now it's looped around this part here. Now what you want to do is I evenly counted the space in between the top and the bottom jute twine, and then that's where I put my middle jute twine braided rope. So now that I've done that, I've hooked it through. All you're going to do now is just weave in and out of the basket, and you can decide how many spaces you want to leave as you're weaving it until you go completely around the basket and you end up where you started. So I'm just going to go ahead, weave that, and then once I get to the end, I'll show you how I glue that off. Okay, so as you can see, I went completely around the wire basket. Now, one thing that I want to really stress is that when you are measuring your jute twine braided rope, you really want to leave extra, because as you're weaving this through the basket, it's going to take up more of the rope. So you always want to make sure that you leave extra. I mean, even if I have to cut it off, I'd rather cut it off than not make the rope long enough and then be short, especially if I've already glued a piece down. So with this one, it worked out perfectly. I ended up finishing really good and having a little bit of jute twine left. So now, as you can see, if you can see inside of the basket, I do have a little bit of a tail left. All I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glue here, press this jute twine rope down, and then I can either glue that down, straight down, or I can cut it off, because I do have our last jute twine rope, the long one that I folded in half and glued together. I'm going to be gluing that on the inside to cover up the glue and the pieces of jute twine, just to have a nicer finished look. So it's up to you. I probably will just glue it down and then cut off the excess, not to make it too much of a bulge, and then go ahead and take that final jute twine rope and then finish off the inside of the basket. Okay, so now we have our last jute twine braided rope that I folded in half, glued it in the middle, and then stuck together. And the reason I like doing it this way too, you can also do it if you decide to do it the other way, but You just can pull the braid open just to make the braid a little bit wider, so that if I need the width when I'm covering this, then I have the flexibility to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my glue and then little by little start gluing down this jute twine rope on the inside, again to give it a more finished look. Okay, so as you can see, I attached the last jute twine rope to the inside of the wire basket. So now that metal hanger is nicely covered with the jute twine and we have a really nice finish. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our package of little plastic cups, these little red cups here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our jute twine and we are going to wrap the cup completely until it is covered with the jute twine. So I already went ahead and did all my cups, so you're going to end up with your cup looking like this. And I also went ahead and did the bottom of the cup as well, just because I like to cover the red completely. Now you do see a little bit of the red coming through, and if that really bothers you, you can always go ahead with some paint and a fine paintbrush and just fill those spots in, but I'm not going to worry about it because once all the cups are glued to the inside, you're really not going to notice it anyway. But I did do the bottom just because, again, I think it gives it a nicer finished look. So I'm going to go ahead and finish gluing my last cup, or yes, gluing the jute twine all the way around the cup, and then I will start attaching the cups to the bottom, middle, and top where the jute twine ropes are entwined in the basket, and we will make our layers for our K-cups. Okay, so now that all my cups are covered in the jute twine, I'm going to begin gluing them down to make my first layer for our K-cups. Now, what I would recommend is that you first lay out your cups to how and where you want them placed. I will be using 7 cups on the bottom, so 6 around and 1 in the center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to apply glue to the inside of that jute twine rope that we placed around, or that we entwined inside of the wire basket. Now I will be placing it on the rope, but then directly under on the mirror I will also be adding some glue there. This way my cup will be glued from the side and the bottom to make it adhere to the basket the best way possible. So I'm going to go ahead and glue all of those in place to make our first layer. Once that's complete, we will move on to the middle layer. Okay, so I have glued in my cups to that middle jute twine braided rope in the center. Now I made a bit of a mistake when I was placing my cups. I don't know, I was thinking of something else and I ended up placing them a little bit off, and I only ended up fitting 7 in here. But this K-cup holder should be able to fit comfortably 24 K-cups. So that would be 7 on the bottom, 8 in the middle, and then 9 on the top. But again, I made that mistake. Just make sure that when you're doing it, you know, you're taking your time, spacing them out evenly, and you will be able to fit, as I said, 24 K-cups comfortably in this K-cup holder. So now I'm going to work on my top, which is my top jute twine braided rope. And again, I'm just going to take a K-cup, place it inside, and then figure out where I want that top cup to go, and then just make sure that the K-cup comes out very easily. And once you have that figured out, then you could go ahead and then take your glue and then glue the rest of your cups to the top of the K-cup holder. Okay, so as you can see, I have finished placing all of the cups on each layer, the bottom, the middle, and the top. So now what we're going to do is we have to attach the cup to the saucer. So I went ahead and I added the E6000 glue. Let me just move this over here. I added the E6000 glue to the rim of the bowl, and I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue just so that once I set the cup down, it will automatically or quickly keep it in place, and then overnight I will allow it to dry. So I'm just going to take that top piece, which is the coffee cup, and I'm just going to center it as best I can and just place that on top of the bowl. Okay everyone, so it is now the morning and our K-cup holder has dried really nicely. Now we have one more final step to complete before I will show you the final reveal. And I'm so excited to show you. So I have zoomed it in because I just want to complete this last step before I show you the final product. And what I'm going to do now is I will take my silver plastic serving set from the Dollar Tree. There is a fork and a spoon inside, but I will only be using the spoon. So I will set my fork aside. I will then take my hot glue and I will add some glue to the top and to the bottom of the spoon, and then I will place that on the plate. So it will look as though the spoon is just resting on the saucer of the K-cup holder. So now I will go ahead, glue that on, and I will show you the final reveal, and I really hope you guys enjoy this. I just absolutely love it. Okay everyone, so here we have our Farmhouse K-cup holder, and I think it turned out absolutely adorable, and I couldn't be happier with it. Here I'm just showing you, as you can see where the handle is, I just purchased from the Dollar Tree, and I love this burlap ribbon that they have. It comes in a 9-foot length, and it's just so great to work with and really good quality. I just took some of that ribbon and made a very simple bow, just tied it with some jute twine and then puffed it out, and then I just placed it on top of the coffee cup handle. Now this would also be great for the different seasons. You can purchase various different seasonal ribbons and then change it up that way. So as you can see, I have filled up my K-cup holders, and as I said, this fits 24 very comfortably. But however, I ended up making a mistake in this middle section and it came out 23. But it does fit 24 comfortably. You can add a few more if you space them tighter. Another idea that I just will throw out there for anyone who would be interested is, for any of you that do advent calendars, this would be a really neat idea to change up the advent calendar. And what I would do in that situation, I do not do them, but what I would do is I would cover the top of the K-cups and I would just place numbers on them from 1 to 25, and then I would
put a different blend or flavor in each K-cup holder, and that would be a surprise every morning to have something new and unexpected. So I think that that would be a really great idea. Another idea that would work really great with this, and I didn't have enough of them or I would have filled it up and then showed you what it would look like, but I think that this would work out amazing. Even if you're doing a shower, you could actually take the K-cups out and then insert the, just gonna go ahead and show you, I have a couple here, but I'll show you one, these type of tea light candles. And then you could insert them in all the different cups and fill the inside of the cup up, and it would just look so beautiful. I think it would work really nice as a table centerpiece. So again, this is a versatile DIY that you can use for the purpose of a K-cup holder, or else change it up and use it on your table for a beautiful table centerpiece. Now I did do another one, but I did not add the cups to this. I decided to make a planter, or again, instead of a planter, you could use it with some candles inside for a beautiful table centerpiece, or you could actually even put like a clear bag on the inside, only because where I glued the handle there is some glue and I wouldn't want any fruit touching that. But if you had a clear bag, you could just add a clear bag in there and then add some fruit and keep it on your island or on top of your countertop with some fruit inside. And I think it just, you could make you could really come up with a ton of ideas for this DIY. Those are just a few to give you some. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you the planter, and I did that one in a white with the blue paisley, which I absolutely love. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you that now. Okay, so here I have my planter, or my coffee cup planter, and I just added the insert of the other Farmhouse DIY planter that I did. I will post the link below if you care to see that. And so again, for this one, I used the white basket. I just took that metal hanger and I spray painted it white, and then I took the Dollar Tree paisley, blue paisley plate, which I'm absolutely loving, and then added a blue bowl instead to match with the plate. And then I just took a, now you could take the Dollar Tree spoon and spray paint that black or leave it silver, it's up to you. But I actually found these spoons at Dollarama, and they came 6 in a pack for, I believe it was $2. So it was a really great deal. It was 6 or 8, I can't really remember now, but it was an amazing deal. So I just grabbed a few packs of those and I just inserted a black spoon. But again, if you do not have a Dollarama near you, just take the Dollar Tree one, spray paint it, or leave it as it is. It will look absolutely beautiful. And again, you know, you can use this as a planter for the top of your table, or you could add a really nice pillar candle to the center and then put some rocks around that and use it as a table centerpiece. I think it will work out absolutely beautiful. I also love the idea, as I said before, of adding a clear bag and then putting some fruit in there. It's a great way to keep your fruit out, and it looks beautiful. So I really hope you enjoyed this DIY. I absolutely love this. I'm going to love this in my kitchen. I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. And for under $10, I believe it worked out to around $7 Canadian. This is a beautiful DIY that you can make for yourself or for a friend, loved one, and they would absolutely love it. That is one big cup of coffee. And for all us coffee drinkers, again, it would be a really beautiful gift to receive. So again, guys, if you did like this DIY, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, take care, and I so hope to catch you in my next video. Bye!